Hey girl, hey, welcome back to another video. My name is Kafi if you're new, and if you're not new, then welcome back. In today's video, we're doing something exciting. I feel like I'm always up to something, but no, we're going to get our eyebrows microbladed. The time right now is 1:40. My appointment is at 2 o'clock. As you can see, the brows have not been given for a really long time. I don't know, I ruined my eyebrows, okay? I ruined them. I used to have very full, thick brows, and they used to be very nicely shaped. Then with all of the stuff that I would do to my brows, I just started losing hair. Now, you probably hear that and you're thinking, okay, that's not a good enough reason to get your eyebrows microbladed. Well, you're right. The reason why I'm getting my eyebrows microbladed is because I just want something that is permanent, like, or semi-permanent, because microblading is semi-permanent. I just want something where I just have brows all the time. All I have to do is just clean up the perimeter and that's all, you know what I mean? So I'm very excited. The other thing too that I mentioned earlier is that my brows are not very symmetric, so I really want eyebrow mapping, because they do all of that stuff to make sure that your brows are symmetrical. I'm really excited for this process. I've never done it before, but I've watched so many videos about it. I've researched so much. I'm 99% sure that it's what I want to do. I'm withholding 1% because I just really hope that my brows look good. I know that this was a very long intro, but I just wanted to explain what's going on before we get into it. I'm going to be documenting the whole process from me actually getting the procedure, pain, the cost, everything, the healing process, everything is going to be documented for you, because when I was doing my research, I didn't really find a lot of that type of information. A lot of people showed bits and pieces, but not necessarily the full thing. I just want to put something out there that people can also use if they decide to do this, a very detailed process of how everything will go, what they can expect, and everything like that, to help someone out. And so yeah, I also want to document this process for myself. I feel like whenever I do something new, I just want to have the memory. I've been talking for about 4 minutes now. I have to be on time so that they can have time to do everything that they need to do. And so yeah girl, let's go.
But you got that deep for me. Real love is deep for me. I'ma make you go weak for me. Make you wait a whole week for me. I see you watching, baby. I know you wanted to see me. I know you needed trouble, but you want it all. You till I know you need love. I need some too. Do you want this like it wants you? Know that booty gon' do what it wants to. Can't hit it one time, I know you see this red on me. Now come and get hot. 20, 40, 80 out the trap. Hit it with the rap, put it on the map. We'll be right back. Call me when you wanna get hot. 20 man turn up with the racks. I be P on my back, double G's on my dash. Nigga, I'm bad. You wanna get, you can't get no higher than this. No, cause love don't get no higher than this. No. Grind, boy, you know I grind. When I pull up this change your mind. You're mine. When I step on the scene, they can't wait to back it up.
I've been doing some research on this process. People have mixed feelings, I guess, about the microblading and stuff, because they say like sometimes the hair strokes bleed over.
Just if it's not done properly, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, because once that new skin heals over, the strokes widen a little bit. So what I see a lot is that if someone puts the strokes too close, if they're inexperienced, put the strokes too close together, then when they widen, they run into each other, and then it turns like blurry, right?
Yeah.
But we want to leave enough room so that when they spread, they still look like feathery. Maybe sit up for me.
Is it going to hurt?
I'm going to use a 5% lidocaine to numb you, and then I use another numbing agent throughout the process, so you'll be really comfortable.
Okay.
I just see you having this like really nice, sleek look. Like, I want it to be feathery in the front, so what we're going to do is just use super feathery natural strokes in the front. then we're gonna bring that throughout. It starts blending with your natural hair, okay? So you'll see those throughout. It'll help give you more structure, and then we're gonna go in, because you have less natural hair, and we're gonna do shading. It'll just look like really pixelated and like soft behind the hair strokes, okay? You feeling good about that?
Yeah. In terms of, can I sit up a little bit?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
It sometimes, you know, it's really hard to picture because it's just a box of hairs, right? But they're gonna be nice and like full and feathery. But it's hard to picture when you just see two lines.
I would start from here and kind of go up a little bit, like kind of like cross this one and go over just a little bit for the arch. And I guess I go by hair growth, but I can also see how this line is like right.
All your natural hair is within that shape, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't normally, I mean, like, we can definitely add a little width to them or make that arch higher. I just don't like to go too far out of bounds of your natural brow, because what ends up happening is that's more upkeep for you. But what you know what I was thinking too is, like, when I mark my guide, I can put it above that line, right? Because that's where I'm meeting the top of the hair stroke, so it's literally like the tiniest bit more, but it might make a difference to you. I do like that.
Okay. All right. Then yeah, I think
I don't want to. I would be like, less is more. I don't want to go overboard because I don't want you to be like, oh shit.
exactly.
I'm gonna make my guide marks, and then we're gonna numb you for about 10-15. Okay.
Okay.
This is the 5% lidocaine. We're gonna let this sit on for a little bit. I'm gonna let this sit on for a little bit. This won't fall off, so if you're more comfortable sitting up, you can. Doing okay?
Yeah. I feel it.
Yeah, it feels weird. Once we do the first pass through and we get that other numbing on, you shouldn't feel anything. You'll be good.
Welcome back, girl. Welcome back. It's been hours now since my procedure. It's been hours since my surgery. It's been like 6 hours. My camera ended up dying while I was in there, so I ended up recording on my phone, but this is what they look like right now. You can see the tiny hair strokes that she made. You can also see how towards the end it's more shaded than microbladed. So there's a difference, and I was doing my research about all of this stuff, so I do know. But this is what the brows are looking like right now. They've also since darkened. Now I feel like they got darker, and she said they're gonna get darker and darker as they heal. So I'm trying to really brace myself for that, because right now I feel like they look a little strong. I don't know if that's just because I'm not used to having brows that look like this. They're giving me a bit of a jump scare, but I really do like them. She did an amazing job. I like how she shaped it. She was very informative. She was, you know, just letting me know anything that I needed to know. If I asked her a question, she answered. She was very friendly, just awesome. I went to Easy Tire Electric. This is their pamphlet. Tori did my brows, Tori Stewart. So if you're in the Rochester area and you're looking for a microblading service, I highly recommend her. She was highly recommended to me by my hairstylist, and so I knew I could trust her. And just look at that. Yeah, one thing I was lacking, two things. Symmetry and a tail. And you know what she did? She gave me both them things. My brows they look like twins. They do, they look like twins, and I just love that for myself. I can't believe it. I was talking to my friend and I told her, I was like, because she was talking about how great the brows looked. I said, bruh, yes, I was looking a little while this morning, and in a few short hours, I now look like a badass. Not even a bad bitch, yo. That is how I felt as soon as I walked out of her shop. Like, I was feeling great. Let's talk about the price. Everything cost $450, which is pretty pricey. I've heard it be more at other places. Some places charge $600, but I paid $450 for everything. The entire service is $450, including your brow touch-up, which happens after 6 to 8 weeks. The package does include a touch-up, so you're paying for everything in one. I think that is a really good deal, because once you get your microblading, you don't have to worry about scheduling a retouch or paying for that separately. Everything is included in that one package. Now, when I went in there, I was very unsure of what I wanted. I had ideas of what I wanted my brow to look like, but I'm a very indecisive person, so I kind of really honestly had no clue. She asked me what I wanted, what I was looking for, what I was thinking, and I told her everything, all my concerns. I showed her pictures. She kind of went off of that and gave me her recommendation of what she thought would be best, which I thought was really, really good, because she's the expert here. That's why I'm so happy, because she gave me everything. She gave me exactly what I wanted. Even the color, I was nervous about it being too dark and all of those things, but we'll get into it a little later. For Aftercare, there's a look going on here. The healing process is a bit much. She gave me this pamphlet that has all the instructions for what to expect. My brows may be healing for a total of 4 weeks, but by day 14 or week 2, I should kind of have an idea of what my brows are going to look like in the end. She told me that for sure the thing that I can expect soonest is that my brows will darken. The color will oxidize and the eyebrows will appear much thicker and darker. Some of it will dull out, so it won't look as vibrant as it looked when I walked out of the shop. That is day 1 through 4. Day 5 through 7, which is right around the end of week 1, we're gonna start experiencing flaking and peeling, itchiness, and all that stuff. What I've learned with all of research that I've done is when your eyebrows start to peel, do not pick at it. Do not do that. You don't even want to touch your brows. But we'll get into what to do a little bit later. Days 8 through 14, since we're peeling, itching, and flaking, all those things, some of the color may come off and it'll look like you almost had nothing done. Your brows will look like they were never there. But she says not to worry, the color will come back, which the science doesn't make sense to me, but hey, if you like it, I love it. All I can do is follow the instructions and trust the process. And that's the biggest thing that I've had to do, because I'm very, very particular about my brows, especially something that's going to be sitting on my face for people to be looking at. It's framing my face. Eyebrows can make or break how you look, and so I was just letting her know over and over again, like, please don't fuck me up, sis, don't do that, because these are semi-permanent and these are costly. She was very patient with me, listened to all my concerns. We did a lot of adjustments throughout the process. That also gave me peace of mind about the process, because I was just like, I hope you're not just gonna do this and let me go and let me walk out this door. But no, that is not what she did, and I'm very, very happy for it. The other thing to keep in mind is that everyone heals differently based on your skin type, the environment, the elements, all of it. So I can only hope that my brows turn out good in the end. I'm also gonna do my best to follow the instructions, and you're gonna be here to witness that, you know, make sure that I'm staying on track. In terms of color, she told me that they will lighten up about 30% in the end, which that gives me, these are strong. You know, I'm scared to go to work tomorrow because, you know, like, they gonna be looking at me like I literally had no brows. Now I have like these, you know, strong eagles flying high on my face. They look good. I feel like I look awesome. Moving on, she did give me this gel. It's a healing gel of sorts. She said to apply a little bit of it twice a day, except for today. I'm only supposed to apply it once, and I was supposed to apply it 4 hours ago, so we're a little behind on our process, but you know, it's okay. I did order an item from Amazon that I feel like will be very helpful during this process because you can't get them wet. I can't get them wet for 7 days. So what I did was I got this face shield from Amazon. Basically, it's like a face guard. You kind of just put it on your forehead. It has some type of adhesive at the edge of it, and you just kind of glue it on your forehead. That is supposed to keep water from touching your brows. The other thing too is that I can't use any of my active ingredients, so I will have to put tretinoin away for some time. Some other people were saying you could use it, just don't get it close to your brow. The instructions say not to use retinoids, AHAs, BHAs, exfoliants, and vitamin A. So I'm just a girl. So I'll follow the instructions. That's basically all that I have in terms of updates, what to expect moving forward from here on out. It's about to be real silly. Like, you know, how am I gonna wash my face? And I have lashes, which makes this worse. The other thing that I'm thinking about is, what if I take these lashes off and I don't like how I look with my brows? Because, you know, lashes, they enhance your look for sure. So it's not even really how you look. Like, you know how when you take your lashes off, you're like, ooh. With the healing brow gel, she told me that a little goes a long way. I'm gonna be using a Q-tip because I feel like that's just sanitary. I'm just gonna ever so slightly, she says sparingly, but the African in me wants to be generous. I just really love the color of this. I'm so excited to see what it looks like in the end. I do have my 6-week touch-up that's scheduled. I'll be having that at the beginning of June. Basically, the point of the touch-up is to fix anything that needs to be corrected, any adjustments that you want to make, anything that you want to enhance. That appointment is just to harden the work that was already done and make it better. I'm excited for this whole process. I'm not looking forward to another healing. Just by the sound of everything already, it sounds overwhelming. I'm a very low maintenance person, which is one of the reasons why I'm doing this in the first place. I just want to have brows off the wake up. I just want to wake up, have brows. This is what we're looking like day 1, night 1 of healing, of our healing journey. I'll catch back up with you tomorrow to see how we're doing and to give you an update. Good morning, everyone. It is the next day. Today marks day 1 of the healing process. This is how we're looking this morning right off the bat. I literally just woke up. I'm about to start my morning routine, and I wanted to show you how we were looking. As you can see, we've gotten pretty dark in the past few hours. We look like an auntie right now, and that's scary for me because I have to go to work. I'm also about to hop in the shower real quick, so I wanted to show you what the prep for that is about to look like in terms of what I plan on doing to protect my brows from getting wet. I won't be able to take as hot of a shower because of the steam that can come from that. It can affect the brows. You know, steam is basically water, right? Like water vapor. In a sense, that would be getting the brows wet. To prevent steam from, you know, steaming up the shower, she suggests leaving leaving either the bathroom door open or the shower curtains open to kind of let some fresh air in. I'm gonna start my shower prep. Yesterday I mentioned the face guards or the face shield. I'm gonna be using that this morning. Oh my gosh, this is how they look like in the pack. This is what they look like individually. Based on the reviews, I heard that they were very, very sticky and they will hold on an entire shower. The only thing is you have to make sure that your forehead is not oily. Last night we applied the healing gel, so the brows are looking oily. I'm gonna wipe my forehead and I'm gonna stick it on there. Thank God for big foreheads. Thank you. I'm gonna take my cotton pad, use my witch hazel to wipe my forehead down. I'm gonna go around the brows and making sure not to hit them. Washing my face today is gonna be so interesting. What do I do? Wash the bottom half of my face and leave my forehead alone? I guess this by itself is enough. In terms of cleaning my forehead, my eyelids, I won't be able to really get to those because the brows are literally right there. I'll just have to use the witch hazel as well. But yeah, now for this guy. My forehead is pretty dry, no oil. I'm just gonna stick that like right here. This is my first time doing this, so I have no idea either myself what this is gonna look like or feel like. But it's pretty stuck on. It's coming off a little bit at the edges. I don't know, we should be good, I hope. But up here, it's stuck. It's not coming off up here. This is how we're looking. I'm gonna do the best that I can. This is Officer Coffee reporting for duty. I'm just gonna do the best with what I have and just take the shower. Hope for the best. I'm also gonna try not to just let the water hit my face. I'll try to be very, very careful. Hey girl, hey. It's been so many hours later now at this point since my last update. 11 hours just about. What I'm noticing about my brows, it's starting to peel. In the front here, if you can see, there's a little piece kind of just hanging right there. I don't want to scratch it, I don't want to touch it, I don't want to do anything to it, but I'm noticing that it's starting to peel. It also looks hard. It looks like scabbing, which would make sense, you know, in terms of the procedure, what was done to the skin. So it looks like it is starting to scab over and we're in that phase of the healing process. As you can also see, my brows are shiny. I have the healing gel on there. That's something that I'm supposed to do twice a day, morning and night. So I'll be doing that tonight as well. In better lighting, this is how the brows are looking. I would say pretty much about the same as they were looking today. Not really any new differences or changes other than the scabbing over that's happening at the front. This is going to be something that continues to happen to all of my brow, both of them all the way through. Then we're going to start peeling. What I'm a little nervous about is the itching. I'm not looking forward to that because you can't touch your brow. It's a wound that is healing over, so you can't touch it because you might be risking infection and you may compromise your healing process. That's all I have. At some point I want to show you how I wash my face. Also, I did use that face guard this morning and girl, I don't know about it. I didn't really like it too much because there was a lot of fogging up that was happening under the face shield, which turned into water and started running down my face. I may give it another try and let you know how I feel about it, but for now it's like a 4 out of 10 for me. This is what we're looking like so far. Day 1 of healing. Tonight I'll just go ahead and do my healing gel again. I'll be using this again on my brows, washing my face, all the good things, and I'll come back in for another update. Hello. Today marks day 3. I just got out of the shower. I used the face shield, which didn't do anything, child. Oh my goodness. It helps a little bit, but not for real. My brows are wet. They did get wet. I can see that, which is the same thing that happened to me last time. I thought that because, oh my goodness, because I used the face shield the last time, I thought I knew what to do to help some of the issues that I noticed about it. The adhesive will stick to your forehead, but as soon as it gets a little wet or you sweat a little bit, it's gonna start coming off, which is what happened. I had a hole at the top of the shield, so water was getting in there. On top of that, I was sweating, and then humidity was getting under the shield, which was making that area even more wet. Would I recommend the shields? I am not sure. It's helpful to some extent, but at the same time, it's not necessarily doing what I want it to do. In terms of updates, yesterday I did not do an update because there was nothing to update on. The brows are were still looking the same way they did on day 2. They were still continuing to darken up. I had nothing to update you on. This morning though, I did notice a little bit of peeling at the front part of the brow. At the very beginning of the brow in these regions, there is some peeling. I saw it there. It's not all the way through. There is a little here too. I don't really notice any of it in the rest of the brow, but it's mainly at the beginning. You can also see that the skin around is peeling and flaking. I don't think that that's because of the microblading. I think that's just because of my skincare routine and the active ingredients that I've been using. Mainly my tretinoin that has been doing me like crazy. That girl does not give a fuck about me and how embarrassing I look. This morning I did a really deep cleansing, exfoliating skincare routine. My skin was just feeling really dry. I look really dry right now too, but that's because I still need to do my skincare routine and everything like that. I literally just hopped out the shower. I had to go in and wash my forehead. My forehead was flaking. It was peeling off. It just felt really dirty. I haven't been able to wash my face properly. I didn't show that. I didn't record it because I was trying to test it out myself. I wanted to make sure that I could do it without getting my brows wet. That's a little better. The lips are not dry and you're not seeing everything. Tonight I want to show you my nighttime skincare routine and how I kind of navigate that, especially with trying to avoid my forehead region, which you never really notice how nice you have things until you don't have those things anymore. Having to avoid washing just my whole face has been challenging. I've had to be a little creative, and so my morning routine, nighttime routine, everything takes a little longer, but I only have to make it past day 7. That's what's keeping me going at this point. I'm gonna use the cotton pad witch hazel combo. I love this combination because it just dries my skin out, and I love that it pulls all the oil off. Another thing that I've been doing is washing my face before I get into the shower. Normally I would wash my face, okay, my hands are ashy, but like just please ignore that. I don't like to apply stuff on my hands when I'm doing my skincare routine because I like my hands to be nice and clean. Anywho, normally I would wash my face in the shower, but I can't get my whole face wet, so I have not been doing that. In terms of the face shields, I don't know if I'm gonna continue to use that. Oh my goodness, look at that. A piece of skin just came off. Ooh, I feel like that it probably came off from here. You have to be so careful when you're doing this stuff. My thing is, I want to make sure that I follow the instructions as closely as I can, and that I do my due diligence so that when my brows heal, I'm not thinking, oh, could they have looked better? But yeah, you have to be really careful. So learn from my mistakes. Let this be a teachable moment for you. I'm starting to grow a hair back in these areas right here. This is where I would normally grow hair just because that's the way that my brows grow. So I was asking, is it okay to use Nair or should I razor them instead or pluck them? And they were just like, girl, just avoid doing anything right now. And I was just like, Roger, okay? You're right. I just like to ask all the questions to make sure that I have all my bases covered. I don't want to be doing something thinking I can do it. Part of the reason is because I know my eyebrows are traumatized right now, because that process was pretty painful. I'm not gonna lie. It was a solid 6 to 7 out of 10 for me. I don't know. It hurt. It hurt. I was in pain. I would even say it was an 8 out of 10. Keep in mind, I do have a low pain tolerance, so do with that information what you will. Right now, as you can see, I'm going in with my healing gel, just applying that all over. There's hair all over the cotton swab, so it looks like some of my hairs are coming off. I asked her about this too. I was like, am I gonna lose eyebrow hairs for this? Like, girl, tell me, because I don't want to be bald and just have tattooed brows. So it's just like, a lot of people actually say that their brows grow back after the procedure. It promotes hair growth instead rather than hair loss. So I was just like, perfect. We're just gonna trust the process. That's the name of the game. Trust the process, okay? I'm going through it for the first time myself. If anyone has done this and has any recommendations for me, please, girl, let me know, or whatever, any tips, tricks, because I'm gonna be going through this again for a second time. So yeah, please let me know if you've done this before, what else to expect, what to do, how you prevented your brows from getting wet. Because at this point, I've gotten my brows wet so many times and I'm worried a little bit. But yeah, that's really it today in terms of updates. So it's hours later. What I'm noticing is more peeling near the front. For this eyebrow specifically, you can see there's some peeling skin there. I don't know what this empty spot is right here, but there's definitely some peeling at the front of the brows. The other thing that I'm experiencing is itching. I've been wanting to just like do this on my brows because it's itching in all of the areas. I'm interested to see how the peeling process goes. I hope it's not crazy. I hope it's not embarrassing, because girl, as promised, I did say that I was going to show you my nighttime routine, specifically for how I wash my face, just so you can see how I'm trying to continue on with my normal morning nighttime routine. I've been using the Bioderma shower gel. This is a shower gel, but I like to use it for my face as well, not only because it's amazing. I'm a little nervous about using it. Also, it's oil based, which I'm not sure is the best thing. I don't know, but it's what I typically use. I'm gonna wet my face, so here goes nothing. I have not wet my forehead area. So far, I've only put water on the lower half of my face. I'm just gonna focus on washing this part. What I found works best is just focusing on one region at a time. Normally, when you're washing your face, you kind of just do this, wash everything all in one go, but since I have to pay special care and attention to my eyebrow, I cannot do that. You see how the cleanser is not moving around? That kind of gives me hope for when I do move to the forehead, because that means it won't be sliding around. We are all rinsed up. What I'm gonna do now is just take a little piece of paper towel, wet that with some warm water, just slightly dampen it because you don't want it to be running. Take that and run it over my forehead. Because I can't wet my face the way that I normally would, I have to get creative, and so this is the way that I found kind of works for me. You can also do this with a cotton round and witch hazel too. The point of this is to make sure that the skin is a little damp, not wet but damp, because we don't want water running down our face. I'm gonna go in with the same cleanser. This time I'm only gonna use a little though. Rub that in and just start cleansing. I'm gonna be really careful around these parts. I should have taken my scarf off, but whatever. Just try to be very careful. I also wash the middle part. I try to get everything that I can. I just don't touch the actual brows. I'm gonna take another piece of paper towel, dampen that as well, and just use that to wipe off the cleanser. Another piece of skin just came off. I really hope that I'm not jeopardizing my healing process. I don't know if this is normal. This is too much. I'm not looking forward to doing this a second time. I'm not gonna lie. This healing process affects everything, even the way that you sleep. I'm one of those people who sleeps with their face down in the pillows. I do not care. I love a good sleep. I love to sleep. I'm gonna sleep with my face down, girl. Face all up in the sheets. That's probably why my lashes did not last as long as I would have wanted them to. This time I have to be so mindful. So I sleep on my side and I sleep laying back. But yeah, we're all done. That's really what I wanted to show you. And then of course we're gonna do what we've been doing with the cotton rounds, our usual witch hazel. You know, now that I think about it, that lighter spot at the front right there is probably what they were talking about when they said that when the skin peels, sometimes the brow disappears, like it fades out. Hashtag trust the process. Now it's time to do the healing gel. Because I still have some ointment on my brows from earlier this morning, I'm just gonna wipe that off or blot it off for real. I just go in very, very lightly. Some more skin just came off. If you're watching this video, then I'm sure that you probably saw other microblading videos. I believe that the healing ointment is perfect because it's keeping the eyebrows moisturized so that they're not cracking and breaking up and everything like that, which is another reason why I'm really happy that I waited to do it now, because I feel like whenever something new comes out, it's new, so like people don't really know, you know, how to perfect it, how to make it better. But when you wait a while, there's more that comes out about it, more research, more ways to do it, newer techniques for how to do it better. You get the better end of the deal as opposed to running to try something out when it first comes out. When I was looking at videos, a lot of people years ago were getting the makeup brow look instead of the microblading. They were getting a lot of shading, that just fully makeup brow instead of a combination brow, which is what I have, which looks a little bit more realistic and natural, or as natural as can be. I don't know, as I look back, I'm just really happy that I waited to do it when I did it. Anywho, look at all that dead skin that came off, and it was off of this brow, the one that's already peeling. But oh my gosh, I hope everything is okay. But yeah, this is us. Good morning. Today is day 4. This is literally me fresh off the bed. I had to show you this because what the like, look, I was sleeping. Apparently I've had some peeling. This whole tail end of the brow is gone. There is peeling right here too. As we saw last night, there was peeling in the front. It looks like there's starting to be peeling up here, or at least some type of separation happening. I guess this must have fallen off while I was sleeping, but yeah, the scabs are starting to fall off. This is what we're being left with. This is really interesting to me. Because I thought I was going to be able to somehow avoid the peeling, because I thought I was using the healing gel so I wouldn't be experiencing that. But girl, what a lie. What a lie. Because yeah, okay, well, that's the update in terms of now. I had to show you this because yo. Anywho, Operation Trust the Process continues. I'm a little bit excited to see what's gonna happen next. I am also excited to see what my brows look like in the end. This right here is a huge piece of peeling skin. That's why it's reflecting. It looks a little disgusting. I'm just kind of happy that I don't have to go anywhere for the next 2 days. People won't really have to see me, and if they do, I'm gonna be wearing sunnies, so they won't be able to judge me. But yeah, girl, this is what we're looking like day 4. It's only day 4. I think peeling starts day 5 through 7 or so according to the instructions, but looks like we're starting early. Either that or I've been counting the days wrong and I'm off one day. But yeah, this is us. pray for me and wish me luck. My face is so dry, girl. Let me go do my skincare routine. I'll see you later, girl. Good morning. Another update. Today makes officially 1 week since I've had my brows done. I got my brows done last week Tuesday and today is Monday. So it's been 7 days, even though I'm counting. I started counting day 1 from the day after I got my brows done. So I guess today is day 7. The way I'm counting it would be day 6. I wanted to come in for a little update. Nothing much has changed since the last update that I did yesterday. This morning I woke up, I saw more peeling. This end of the brow, the tail end of this brow is mostly gone, if not completely gone. I'm still peeling. Up here, I'm looking like someone took a huge bite out of my brow. So that's really the update. I'm looking like someone took a huge chunk out of my brow and I'm about to head out the house and go to work. So they're gonna be looking at me like, what did you do? I know you always up to something, but what did you do this time? There's more itching. It's not bad at all. Whenever I get it, I just do a little tap or I just move my eyebrows together to kind of, you know, satisfy the feeling. You know, when you have that itch, like you want to scratch it. So that's really where we're at today. Tomorrow is a day that I can finally start washing my whole face. As you know, I've just been washing my face, avoiding the brows, not getting them wet, but tomorrow I can officially get them wet. So I'm excited because I think that that's gonna help remove some of the crusts too. I'm a little nervous because I was watching some videos and some people's brows do not really come back. In terms of the pigmentation, it doesn't really come back the way that we would expect. So I don't know. I know that the retouch is where all of the final perfection steps are going to be taken. But girl, you know, like, can my brow just look good? I have places to go, people to see, and things to do, and I would hope that my brows actually don't look like I just got them tattooed. I've seen some other people's results and they're chef's kiss. It looked so good. So I can only hope that mine looks the same. But yeah, girl, this is us today. Wish me the best of luck. Today is the next day, day 7/8. I'm getting ready to head out the house, but I just wanted to give you an update because I have an update. Today is the day that I got to wash my whole face without having to protect my brows from water. For the most part, a lot of the scabs are gone. If you remember, this tail started peeling off first, and at first the color was really faint, but it's coming back now. It's getting darker. However, on this end, we did lose some of that scab, but the color hasn't fully returned. This is how it's looking. So the tail is not nearly as defined as this one. I don't know how I feel about that because this is the brow that had the issue where it wasn't even and it didn't have a tail. The procedure was mainly to correct this brow for me and kind of even it out with this brow. I do like how we're looking so far. The pigment is definitely there. I know it's going to continue to get darker, but I hope it's not to the point where I look crazy because, you know, I cannot have that. But yeah, this is how we're looking today. This is the update. This is my full face. Yesterday, oh my gosh, I had so much itching. My eyebrows were so itchy, so itchy. And I just had to keep tapping it with the tip of my nail so that I don't scratch any of the skin off. The other thing too is this morning when I got to wash my face fully and wet everything, I noticed that a lot of that scab was coming off. I didn't scrub my brow at all. I did not. I was not advised to do that. I just kind of washed the area and just went over it very, very lightly and gently. There is still scabbing in there. You won't be able to see it, but it's still there. However, my brows are healing beautifully and I'm so excited for the final result. Update for my girls. Today is day 9. Today is a very exciting day. I have really exciting news and a very exciting update, if I do say so myself, because you know this process has had me on the edge of my seat. Basically, all of my brow has finished peeling. I may have little sections where I still have some scabbing, but for the most part, I am done peeling. I'm so happy to announce that because I've been waiting for my brows to heal to get an idea of what they will look look like in the end, if you will. You know, once this has all been said and done. With this brow, the color is slowly coming back. It actually does not look that bad. I have a little breakout coming in there, I believe. So I think that's what that spot is. But in this brow, it's pretty much finished with the whole peeling process. So at least with this brow, I do have an idea of what it's gonna look like. It's the brow that peeled the quickest. So I believe with this brow, this is probably what it's gonna look like. I don't know if it's gonna get any darker than this, but if it doesn't, I'll be satisfied with it looking like this. This one is still coming in, like I said, but this is the exciting news that I had. I don't know if you thought that was exciting, but it's exciting for me because I was so over the peeling, the empty spots in the brows, and then showing up in public looking like that. No. We're in some better lighting now, and I came here just so I can show you in terms of hair strokes where the microblading was done. You can still see those strokes. She did strokes almost halfway through, and then she did shading towards the end to emphasize the tail that I was missing. She also brought the shading closer towards this part as well to kind of give me a good ombre brow look. When she did my microblading, I kind of noticed that the line on top of this one was very defined and pronounced, whereas the line over here up top of this brow was not as pronounced. I'm gonna note these things so that when I go back, I can tell her about all my findings, so that when we do our perfection or our correction round during touch-up, she can perfect all those areas for me as much as she can. But shit, girl, like, we are moving along in the process. It has been ghetto. It has been ghetto, I'm not gonna lie. You've seen it with your own eyes, so you know how it's been. So if you're considering this process, I will highly recommend. I'm not sure if I was necessarily the best candidate for it because some people just legit have no brows, and they, I would argue, are the perfect candidate. I had brows, I just had some things that I did not really like. If you're like me, then this will be a good reference video. Overall, with how things have been, I would still highly recommend this process, and it's crazy that I'm saying this, but I would do it all over again. I'm gonna wait a couple weeks to see how my eyebrows continue to transform, and I'll come back and update you on how they look. At this point, I don't think that daily updates are necessary. A lot of people don't really, I don't know, I'm very detail oriented and I want to know all the tea. I want to know all the scoop. Like, give it to me. I want to know, especially with such a process like this, which people say that microblading is semi-permanent. I don't know, it can be pretty permanent, so I want to make sure that I know everything. Like, I have full disclosure of everything that I can expect walking into this process, which is why I'm making this video and I'm documenting my process for you. Hey girl, it's been so long since I came in for a check-in. Let me tell you all the tea, what has been going on since the last time you saw me. Today marks 21 days since I got my eyebrows done. I got my eyebrows done on April 16th and today is May 7th. It's been 21 days. This is really how they ended up looking after they darkened and everything. They ended up looking like this. I do have some brow gel on, which is why you'll notice that the brows are kind of giving that soap brow look. But yeah, this is what the brows are looking like. They look excellent. I love my brows. They're so easy to work with. All I have to do is apply some brow gel and I'm good to go. It saves me so much time in the morning. I couldn't have been any happier with my result. The fact that I just have brows now and my face is perfectly framed every day. No matter if I'm washing my face, the brows are still there. It's amazing. It's such a good feeling. Please bear with me with this lighting because the sun is setting right now and it's right on me. It's gonna be looking like this for a little bit. Back to the brows. All I have to do now is clean up the perimeter of my brows, so right under the brow and right above it, to kind of keep the shape, but the outline is already there. Every time that I've done makeup in the last 3 weeks, I just did a little pencil, barely any, to just darken the color up, which brings me to, I guess, my problem number one. Once the brows finished healing and I allowed the color to come back, I just gave it time to do its thing. I was still not really washing my brows or scrubbing them. I would just wash my face lightly, go around my brows, like not scrub them. They tell you not to scrub. But I noticed once the color came back that it didn't come back in all the places. For example, with this brow, which you won't be able to tell right now because my actual hair is covering it up, but around this part of the brow, some color is missing. I don't really understand why. I know that the process is different for everybody, and sometimes the color takes and other times it does not. With this brow, you can kind of see it here. The line that she made up here is gone. It's not as defined as it needs to be. However, the outline of the brow at the bottom remains. But at the top, mainly up here, it's not solid at all. It's very faded looking. Like I've had the brows for years. For sure, when I go back for my touch-up, which is coming up in the next 3 to 4 weeks, I will let her know that I want my outline very defined. I want more pigment. I want the brows to be defined. They are right now, but that's because the brow gel. Same thing at the end here, which you won't be able to tell right now because the brows actually look so perfect right now. This tail is not as defined as this tail in my opinion. From the very beginning, once I noticed the brows healing, I said that this brow healed over perfectly and the pigment came back perfectly, but it's not the same over here. The other thing that I noticed too is that the color looks a bit ashy. The color that she used on me, which was a dark brown mixed with a little bit of black, it didn't heal over like that. I know that my brows don't look jet black, which I love that, but I don't really see that brown. It's more of a faded dull black color. Because I have eyebrow gel on right now, it looks very natural. It looks shiny. When I don't have any of this on, it looks dull. So overall, would I recommend this process? 100%, 1000%, because you saw how I was looking when I first came up on here. It just wasn't given. Like I had brows, but they were very sparse. I had some thinning in some areas. I had no shape for real. And so going through this process really gave me those things. I have a foundation to go off of. My face is balanced. The pain was not bad. The pricing was fair. Other than those couple things that I noted, my brows are perfect. I'm so happy with them. I love just waking up with brows and just having to put a little brow gel in my brow and going. Before, I used to fill my brows in before I would go out. The lighting was really bothering me, so I'm just gonna continue here. Doing this definitely helped me out a lot. I would do it all over again. This is pretty much the update on my brows. This is how they're looking in better lighting. I feel like I gave a good wrap up of everything that I was thinking and my thoughts on everything so far. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. I'll be answering any questions that you have. If you want me to do this again and document my retouch process, then also let me know in the comment section. I hope that this video was informative for you and that you learn something out of it, whether you're looking to do it and you just want more information or you're interested in knowing what it's like and you've been hearing about it or anything like that. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.
She in love and she been over once. It's not like I known her for months. This life it allowed me to take what I want.